podcast. My name is Connor.
My name is Ash.
And this episode we'll be talking about PlayStation.
PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah. PlayStation is what they say in the little
I know
ad campaign shit.
Okay, so I have a list prepared. Do you have a list prepared?
My phone is dying, so I wrote it down on the whiteboard.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's out of your line of sight, so there's still some
mysticism.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
Well, unlike with the movie one, because with the movie one we were like, let's write a top 5, and then it ended up nothing like that, because we couldn't really say, oh, these are the best movies.
Well, you know my stance on lists.
Yeah, exactly. But god damn it.
Nice.
I'm having some trouble with that Chinese. It just won't leave. Yeah, this time I did make a top 5 favourite PlayStation exclusive franchises.
Okay.
And then I have some honourable mentions, because you can't talk PlayStation exclusives without talking about those.
Okay.
So, I can go first, if you want.
Yeah, go first.
Okay, so number 5 on my top 5 is the Katamari series.
Katamari Damacy?
I think one of them's called Damacy, which might be the first one.
Isn't that on the Wii? Or one of them is?
I don't think so. If it is, then it was at one point a PlayStation exclusive. So
okay.
That's enough for me.
It's the game where you like roll around in a ball and
you just collect shit, and it's got a really unique, like, Japanese style. Yeah. It's not anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... The music's really good, it sticks in your head for hours, it's just a really fun time, and it's a surprisingly hard game once you get towards the end. So.
The only time I have seen gameplay of it as well is, I think, was it Game Grumps? And they were talking about the Penis Club thing.
Oh yeah, D Club.
Yeah, the D Club. And that's the only time. And I was not paying attention because it was such a hilarious story.
Yeah. I have, like, the only Katamari game I have at the moment is a Vita one. But I have had it before for like PlayStation 2, and I think I had one on PlayStation 3 for a bit. So.
Oh, do you just roll around and collect shit? Is that the whole game?
Yeah, but like you'll be given a target, and you have to start small because the things you pick up can't be bigger than the size you are.
Yeah.
So you have to collect small things to make you grow bigger, to be able to collect the bigger things to get bigger and bigger. And there's always this one level at the end where you start like car-sized. You start picking up people, and then you get bigger and start picking up buildings, and you get bigger and start picking up trees and like mountains, and then you're so big that you're rolling around the ocean picking up continents and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just really fun.
Do you have to like hit a certain mass like limit or something?
Yeah, there's the king, or the king of the cosmos, or whatever he's called, and he says, I think there's always a story to it, like, oh, the stars got knocked out of the sky, so I need to make new ones out of whatever we can roll up.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was like, this star needs to be this mass. So you roll around.
Just go destroy an entire planet.
Yeah.
Just to create a star. Awesome. It's very existential. Like,
yeah, it's really cool.
And dreadful. Mine are in no particular order, because I don't believe in ordering your favourites. There should not be like one favourite like better than the other in your eyes. So I'm going to start off with probably a game that's on your list, Horizon.
Oh, you wanker.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
You wanker. Yeah, that's number 1 on my top 5.
Is it?
And I think it's quite possibly my favourite game.
Yeah, it's very good. I said that like it's a bad, like it's only very good. It's a brilliant game. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was really refreshing.
I think it just hits everything that I'm a big fan of.
It's like the last 10 years, probably longer, we've had like Call of Duty, Halo, this FPS, that FPS, fucking cover shooters, all sorts, just boring, gritty games where it's all about kill as many bad guys as you can while making your way to the end of the game. Yeah. And this was more like, I don't know, it was really refreshing to be in a new world we hadn't seen before, with a mystery we hadn't solved before. The campaign missions in it, the quest thing was very. You spent a lot of time digging through old, labs and stuff that had obviously been covered over in thousands of years that the thing happened. But I think it nailed the atmosphere very well during those sections. Because it really did make you wonder what happened to the humanity now. And it was very bittersweet. I won't spoil the ending because it's still a fresh game. But the ending was very bittersweet. Yeah.
Well, there are still people who haven't played it because, I don't know, it just didn't turn out as big a deal as I think it should have been.
I think it was, and a lot of people like it.
I just don't hear people talking about it, but I don't know. I lent it to somebody at work because I found out that he played PlayStation 4. And I was like, oh my god, have you played Horizon? And he said no, and I was like, okay, here you go. I need to talk to you about this, so you've got to borrow it.
Let's fix it. It was like, what I really enjoyed was it took elements from a lot of different games and, put it all into one basically and got rid of the things that everyone hated about that element. And
and just kept the things that are nice,
Like, you had the tall necks you could climb.
Yep.
To reveal, like...
More of the map. Which is, as much as I shit on Ubisoft, is still a good system that they...
Yeah, but Ubisoft, like, they make it so fucking...
Yeah, if you play like Horizon, there's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
If you play a recent Assassin's Creed game, there's like 50 areas you can go to, and each area has 5 towers that you've got to find and climb up.
But with Ubisoft games as well, it makes exploration like just pointless because you climb this tower, you do a little 360 scan animation thing, and then suddenly you know where all the secret stuff is on the map. It puts it on the map for you, so you can just walk to it and pick it up. Whereas I don't think it did that in Horizon. It still let you explore a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like the enemies were really interesting to fight. It was a really refreshing game, and that's why it's on my list of favourite games. And I see myself probably playing that once a year, every year. Add it to my routine.
Yeah, there's a DLC coming out soon.
November, yeah.
Yeah, November. So excited for that.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna like pre-order it and preload it.
Yeah. I'll have to get my copy back.
But, same. I lent it to Danny. So yeah, that's all I want to say about Horizon. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
Yeah. I got it around the same time I got Breath of the Wild. And
really?
Well, no, I was still playing Breath of the Wild when I was playing Horizon, basically. So when I wasn't playing Horizon, when I was playing Horizon, Candice would be on the Switch playing Zelda. And so they were...
Breath of the Wild been out for that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were very similar
because I remember
experiences.
Everyone were comparing the two.
Yeah.
I saw a really funny Rule 34 image that someone made of Link ploughing the fuck out of Aloy, and she's got her Metacritic score like plastered on her chest, and he's holding up a sign that's got his better Metacritic score. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, they both had really good ways of giving you exploration.
Yeah.
And giving you an adventure. So that was just a really good time in my life where I was playing those two awesome games.
Yeah. So what's next on your list?
Number 4 is the Ico trilogy.
Eco.
I haven't played Eco,
but
I have played Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Both of which I think are amazing. The Last Guardian, I'd hit the same wall of frustration that I think everybody did first going into it.
Yeah.
Like those that got the game out the door. Just because it wasn't clear enough that Trico was learning over time.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the game was broken and it wasn't doing what you were telling it to do. But then you get towards the end of the game and you're like, either I've got the hang of this or he's learnt.
Yeah. I heard that a lot of people was frustrated with it because he didn't listen to him very much at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I always like it's Team Eco, innit? I've always liked their games. I played Eco, obviously, and I played Shadow of the Colossus, and I love both of them.
Is Eco actually good? Because it looks annoying. From what I've seen, it's just like a big escort mission.
It essentially is, but it's really clever, right? What they did, because when they first started to make Eco, they had all sorts. They had like skill trees going on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go on. What were you saying?
I can't believe you just did that.
I didn't know.
I can't believe you better not fucking smell, mate.
What, like Anyway, yeah, they had skill trees. I know what you can say. It's an
air biscuit.
it's a method of game design, which is a genius.
Design by subtraction is what the guy called it. But yeah, they had skill trees, fucking flourishes with a sword, all sorts of shit.
Crafting and shit like that.
Probably, yeah. Towns you could visit, and I forgot the guy's name, but he decided that it was too much, and he just subtracted everything that he didn't feel was necessary and fit into the theme.
Yeah.
And the theme is protecting this person, this girl called Yara, I think her name is. And the way you escort Yara.
Oral.
The way you escort her around is you hold like R1 or L1 or something like that. You hold it down, you'll grab a hand, and you'll walk around with it, which is like, because you've got to constantly hold the button down, it kind of makes you feel like you are actually holding her arm instead of just tapping a button and you just connect to her and then you fuck off. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it holds up very well. It's a very old game, but a lot of video game developers now like cite that as one of their biggest inspirations.
Shadow of the Colossus definitely still holds up.
Yeah.
I've played the PS2 version and the remastered PS3 version.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
There'll be remastered Eco and Shadow of the Colossus for PS4 for PS4 as well.
Will there?
Yeah, I think they're remastering it.
Awesome.
I know, right? Yeah, I really love climbing those beasts and killing them.
Yeah. My first experience with anything like that in a game was in Sonic Adventure 2. There's a Egyptian boss that you have to fight, which it's nothing like Shadow of the Colossus, but he has these like platforms on his back, and you've got to work your way up them and hit the weak spot, which I'm guessing was inspired by, but not as advanced as Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, it's likely. Dragon's Dogma had a really nice climbing system going on.
I never got out of the village.
Yeah, a lot of people had that complaint, but I was alright. I just went and did all the quests on that quest board and then managed to move on. Got to the big, city.
Yeah.
But
I do want to play it because I think he said that it's being remastered, so I think when that happens I'll pick up a copy.
Been remastered already for the PC. Because it originally came out on the PlayStation, then it came out on PC, and now it's coming out on PlayStation 4 with like 4K support and all that shit.
Awesome. Like
getting completely remastered them. Yeah, I loved climbing shit in Shadow of the Colossus, and when I realised that there was a game called Dragon's Dogma where you could do that, initially I was like, yeah, totally good.
I didn't even realise it had that kind of stuff in it.
No way.
No, I thought it was just like a...
You really didn't get
RPG? No, I really didn't. I remember there was a thing on the beach with a dragon.
Yeah.
And then you sort of make your character...
You make character first, then you get your heart ripped out by the dragon. And
then it puts you in this village, and you leave the gates at some point, and you do some stuff on the trail, but then you go back to the village.
Yeah.
I remember there was a secret on a rooftop, a shortcut across the roofs that you told me about, but that's about as far as I got.
There was a quest for a priest where you have to go find his books or something someone had left on a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah, I think that.
But yeah, as soon as you get out of that first village, and you go to like this garrison or something like that, and you step outside, there's like this big fucking tall ogre thing that you can fucking climb and slash up.
I was so close.
Eco and Shadow of the Colossus is on my list as well, so I won't mention that.
Okay.
Bloodborne.
Is that an exclusive? Oh, it is.
It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh. Well, I haven't played it anyway, so I wouldn't see it on the list. So.
Yeah, I really like it. It's a horror themed game, but it does the whole I really like the Eldritch horror setting.
Yeah,
I haven't read many H.P. Lovecraft novels, but I'm familiar with them and all that, and I really love how they incorporate all the Eldritch stuff into Bloodborne, and you can get madman's knowledge you have to consume, and at the very start you can see there's a cathedral and apparently you can get killed by somebody, like you just start floating up in the sky and you die. And if you consumed enough Madman's knowledge later on in the game, you can start to see a big, gigantic, eldritch, fucking horror creature thing on the side of the cathedral, and that's what picks you up and kills you.
What?
It's insane. It's I don't know, like fucking how they managed to pull it all off, but it goes very deep into like the whole ancient alien thing that Lovecraft loved so much.
Yeah.
There's multiple endings and whatnot.
Yeah, I know about that. None of them are pleasant endings.
No, not really. That's what I like about it as well. They're all very bittersweet.
But the good ending, also they say, has some insane steps to acquire.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 things you need to collect.
Umbilical cords.
Umbilical cords, yeah.
Then you got to eat them or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I didn't like Dark Souls much. Especially not Dark Souls 1 and 2.
I just thought...
I never played Demon Souls.
Something that we always say about hard games is it's okay for a game to be hard as long as it's your fault when you fail.
Yeah.
Because you're not good enough. But if the game's hard because the controls suck or because the combat system sucks or...
Yeah.
And you don't get satisfaction from winning then. You just stop being angry at the game.
Yeah.
And I felt like Dark Souls 1 was just very much that. Just most of your deaths just were you falling victim to poor controls or
it was very
falling off of dodgy collision boxes and stuff like that.
But in Bloodborne, I don't know. There's still a lot of fights you have where it feels really unfair.
Yeah.
But when you like start knowing where all the enemies are gonna jump out from and you know exactly when to dodge and all that shit. You start feeling really powerful, and you do really enjoy like beating them and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Souls was like very like, oh, you die, oh look, you're dying again. Whereas Bloodborne's like, oh, you died, but you learned something. Congratulations, you know.
I think Dark Souls 3 came out after Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of stuff from Dark Souls 3 that makes me want to play it.
Yeah, same.
Because it looks like they fixed all the things I hated about the first 2. Although I hear people don't like it, but then you could say that about anything.
No, but whenever you say that about a Dark Souls game, right, or like they call them Soulsborne games or something else like that. They always fire back with, oh, you need to get good, scrub. It's like, oh, fuck off, mate. It's like you're allowed to not like something that's popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to play Dark Souls 3 as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Is that you done with Bloodborne?
Yeah, back to you.
Gravity Rush. I think you know how much I love Gravity Rush.
Yeah, you really love
I don't even know why. Because it's not a remarkable game by any means. I originally got it on Vita. I think it was free.
Yeah, so I think it's always free for PlayStation Plus users on Vita.
Right. So I played that a lot around the time I first got my Vita. I think I mentioned this before, but there was a time when my mum got a new dog, but she couldn't be in the house to look after it.
Yeah. So
I stayed at her house for like 2 weeks, but I didn't have my computer with me or anything. I just had the Vita and my phone. So I'd like watch YouTube videos and play Vita games for 2 weeks straight. And that's when I played Gravity Rush, and I got every trophy. I think that might have been my first platinum, was because I enjoyed that game so much that I just went all out. And I bought all the DLC just because they had little extra missions.
Yeah.
Which actually were all shit.
Yeah.
But I got them anyway. And then they remastered it for PS4.
Yeah, and you got that as well.
I bought that.
That's currently at my house.
I got the platinum on it again. So I've got 2 Gravity Rush platinums. And then when Gravity Rush 2 came out, my friends from uni all chipped in and bought me it for my birthday.
Yeah. Because
one of them remembered me raving about how much I enjoyed it when the remastered version came out a year before. So he was like, "Oh, we should get him this," and that was really cool.
Clearly, they love you more than I do.
But I think Horizon came out as I was playing it, and that's why I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
Just keep going from game to game. I got close. It's crazy though because I sunk so many hours into it, and then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I finished the game, and then suddenly you're back in the same setting as the first game, and there's a million more things to do, and I'm like, whoa, this game just got so much bigger.
Yeah.
That was a really cool moment. So yeah, I really want to get back to that and finish Gravity Rush 2, but we're playing Destiny 2 at the moment.
Destiny just came out. You know, I was playing Hitman and I was playing Bloodborne as well, and Destiny 2 came out and I'm just like, fucking what?
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah, go for it.
Dragon's Crown.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. I really liked Dragon's Crown. I got it for the Vita.
Yeah, I got it for the Vita.
Not the... I don't know. I don't think it's on PlayStation 4.
It's on PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3, yeah. I got it for the Vita. I don't know. I just really I like the art style.
The art style's incredible.
I want to really get what's it fucking called?
They did another game, didn't they? With similar art style.
Odin Sphere.
Yeah.
I want to get that, but I liked how there's a few different classes you can get, and it told you. Like the regular fighter class is beginner friendly, the Amazon is more intermediate shit, and then like the wizard's expert mode and all that shit. I really enjoyed that. I liked the art style. Like how
everything was a painting.
Yeah, and it was like they animated it, obviously giving it bones and stuff.
Yeah,
I really liked it. I liked how grindy it was at times, and I really liked the whole picking up the bones of fallen warriors.
Yeah, getting them to help you in battle and stuff.
And so if you played online with some people, you did a dungeon crawl, and then
you could still use them.
Up a bunch of bones. Yeah. There'd probably be bones around, like, so if you're playing with a guy that's level 255, you picked up some bones and you come bring it back. The bones could be 255, and you could be like level 80 or something.
And then you just power through the game.
Yeah.
For a bit, because you can't heal them.
Yeah, well, if they die a certain number of times in a dungeon crawl, then they're permanently dead, I think.
No, because I remember I had your character on mine, and your character was like 20 levels higher than mine. So he helped me power through the game for ages. And then it just got to a point where his health was a certain amount, and every time we went into a new dungeon, it stayed that amount. So you'd die a lot sooner. Your weapons got damaged as well. I couldn't replace them. I couldn't fix them. So your weapons and your ammo just get weaker and weaker, and I couldn't replace them. And obviously, when your weapons are broken, they're useless.
Yeah. So
you were just doing less damage than me and dying really easily and stuff. So
yeah. I don't think I ever came across that problem because.
You probably swapped them out quite frequently.
Yeah. Also, I put a lot of time into building my character, so it was a very fucking tanky, very high DPS output fucking build.
Yeah.
And so on my there were 3 people on my squad, didn't even fucking manage to damage anything before I'd already killed everything on the screen. But yeah, Dragon's Crown's really fun. I really enjoy that, and I keep meaning to go back and get the platinum. I will go back and do it when some game will come out.
I've tried a couple of times to go back and try and get the platinum, but there's just so much still left to do and so many hard challenges to overcome.
I imagine if I'm ever found myself without the internet or my PlayStation for a while, and I've got my Vita handy, I'll probably do it then.
Yeah.
Let you pick one off your list now.
Actually, number 2 on my top 5 is the Uncharted series, and we did a whole episode about Naughty Dog, and we talked about Uncharted, so we don't need to do it here. If you want to know our opinions on the Uncharted series, then just go and find that podcast.
Uncharted and Last of Us is just an honourable mention for me. I'm not going to talk any more about them.
Well, because I wanted mine to be a top 5, so number 1 Horizon, number 2 Uncharted, number 3 Gravity Rush, Eco Trilogy, Katamari.
Was your list done then?
Yeah, that's my top 5.
Honourable mentions.
I've got honourable mentions now, that's it.
Yeah, mine's not top 5, mine's just games.
Yeah. The same with the movie one.
And so, I really liked Heavy Rain first time around. I enjoyed playing through it. I mean,
I played it like 20 minutes.
I don't know if you can even call it.
Like 4 times I played 20 minutes into it and just given up.
In its basic form, it is technically a game because it requires user input. You press a button when prompted.
Sean!
But that's about it. And like, I enjoyed it first time around. Don't get me wrong, it was very fun. I've tried playing it a second time, and I just couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
For a first time experience, I think it was very good, especially since I got it on my PlayStation 3. I didn't like get a remaster or a PS4 or anything.
Is there a remaster?
Yeah, you can buy it in a bundle with the other one they did, Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was a very good experience first time around. It was a bit goofy at times with the whole Sean, Jason, and stuff like that, and having to. I don't know how they thought we could do it, but we had to like grow extra fingers and hold like all the buttons down at the exact same time in this certain sequence and hold them for 20 seconds and shit. I'm like, fuck off. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I feel like if it was a movie and like David Fincher directed it, it'd be a very good movie.
Right.
You never finished it, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But.
I know what the twist is. Probably just because you told me when you realised I'm never going to get past that first bit.
Yeah, the fat cop Shelby, I think he's called.
Yeah.
He's the fucking origami killer. It's origami killer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's a paper crane on the front.
Fucking Infamous 2. I didn't want to put franchises down. But
I did.
I don't know. Infamous 2, I think, is my favourite Infamous.
Yeah, I think Second Son is really good visually.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, it's not that fantastic.
Very shallow. I managed to 100% it within like 12 hours. And then I did it again the next day.
Yeah.
But on the evil side.
Yeah, that's one of the...
And then I got platinum.
That's one of the games I've got platinum on. The DLC they did for it, I've played and could probably platinum sometime soon.
First Light, yeah, platinum that as well. It's literally...
You platinumed that at my house, I remember. Oh, no, I was at yours and you were in the living room.
The platinum is literally just as easy as playing through the main story, which isn't very long.
And then doing those challenges.
Yeah, probably collecting a little bit of things on the map, and then you just go into the arena mode.
Yeah.
And just fight waves and waves and waves of people, and that's all you do. You just collect high scores, and you got like 250,000 and then 500,000 and like a million or something. It's pretty easy.
Infamous 1 I really didn't enjoy.
I loved it, but the thing that didn't make it in my top list was when you had to go in the sewers, and there was water everywhere because you couldn't go in the water.
Fucking hell.
Because you obviously.
I just didn't think the controls were that cool. The powers were just kind of finicky. The platforming as well, just climbing was the worst thing about it. Like trying to scale a building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Infamous 2, they just fixed everything, and it was an awesome game.
There are some enemies in Infamous 2 that I fucking hated. The ones that like the burrow and fly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to ruin a game for me, then you just put burrowing enemies in it and flying enemies.
Yeah.
And you'll fuck it up for me. I think God of War is going to be my next game. And then on the rest I'll just leave as honourable mentions.
I have only played God of War Ascension.
Yeah.
I have the 2 and 3 for PS3, but I don't have my PS3.
Yeah, so
because you got it.
I have that game as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a really good hack and slash game.
Yeah, I think Ascension was amazing. I can't wait for this new Viking themed one that's coming out.
Finish Ascension?
Yeah, of course I did.
Was it before the patch or after the patch? Because there was this part where you're going up in this elevator thing, and it spawned these enemies, and it took me like 12 hours to get through that, mate, because it was just fucking rock solid.
Right.
And then, like a few hours after I passed that area, they'll release the patch to make it a little more easier. I was like,
well, it was probably after the patch thing because I borrowed it off you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that bit was you should have experienced that, and it's galore. It was solid. I say 12 hours, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I did spend quite a bit of time on it though.
Yeah.
Maybe like an hour or two, just trying to get past that bit, which literally should have been like a 5-minute section. But yeah, I love the QTEs get a bad rep.
Yeah.
And my first experience with QTEs was Shenmue, and ever since then, there's just been like a part of gaming culture for me, and I don't understand why people hate it so much. Like in Call of Duty, where it's like press X to pay respects. Fair enough, that's a fucking stupid idea. Why don't they just leave that as a cutscene?
Yep.
But in like God of War, when you just finish a boss off, and you have that really awesome QT at the end where you like rip fucking limbs off and beat the death of them. It's amazing.
It's a good way to keep certain things interactive. I agree. I think with the main issue with QTEs is that why am I just pressing a button when it comes on screen while the main character's doing all this awesome shit? Why can't I be doing this awesome shit? But then I don't think games are just that advanced yet with like combat systems that you could do awesome stuff like that. So it's a cool way to have this awesome cinematic experience but still keep it interactive.
Splinter Cell Conviction, I think, that had some really good like contextual finishes where if you're fighting in a bathroom and you punch a guy out near some urinals, he'll like kick you.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember you were like super excited
and
about it.
He'll like punch your face through the urinal and shit like that. But yeah, I just think QTEs is a nice way of including you in something amazing, even if you are just pressing buttons. And I think developers need to understand when to put it in the game instead of just having you press X to pay respects.
Yeah,
having it like actually be meaningful. Like in Uncharted, you could be like getting choked out or something stupid, and you got to reach for a gun. Last of Us, you're getting drowned as Joel.
Yeah.
And you're reaching for the gun, you've got to tap triangle to try and get it, and he's like proper struggling and whatnot. It makes you want to tap it even faster and hard and put your fucking thumb through the controller.
Wasn't there something like that in the like first scene of Order, the Order, whatever like year it was? You were like getting drowned.
1886.
And you had to, I don't know, I can't remember what it was. You had to do something to get out of it.
I quite enjoyed that game.
I think that game is stunning.
Visually.
Like the graphics, just the normal maps and like how everything looks so realistic. Like the characters don't at all, but like the environments, it's like a fucking graphics card demo.
It took a while for me to get used to the film bars that they threw at.
Yeah. I think the gameplay is just really dull. I haven't managed to finish it because I just can't get through it.
It's just a cover-based shooter, really. Yeah. The really interesting universe to set up, though. Yeah. With the knights and the the vampires and fucking werewolves or something. But I don't think that should have been a full like £40 game. It should have been like a £25 game or something. Like Senua's Sacrifice.
I was going to platinum it. I know you have, but I got sort of, I guess, towards the end of the game, and then I realised that to platinum it, I'm going to have to go back through it all and get all the collectibles. And I was like, I'm not doing this again.
It's like an 8-hour game or something.
Yeah, I don't really ever get 8 hours in a row where I can just play the game.
You have to do it in a row.
Well, yeah, but I want it out of the way as soon as possible.
So yeah, I'd say that's like my favourite games. I could play, obviously, Uncharted and Last of Us are my absolute, like, I could play that all the time. Yeah. But I didn't want to include them because we've already talked about them extensively, so this is just off the top of my head. And I found it really hard because, like, I like a lot of games and only a few of them are PlayStation exclusive, so I have to proper rack my brain to figure it all out.
Just going back to God of War, there is a game like God of War that I've played a lot and I will play anytime. Like, just sit me down in front of a PS3 and give me it, and
I know where this is going.
It's Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, I really liked that game.
Yeah, that is just awesome. I've played it recently, but
was it Cleopatra's?
You've got my copy of it. So.
Creepy fucking tongue nipples.
She just pulls babies out of her nipples. Yeah,
I really liked that game.
Well, you've got it. You should play it.
I should.
You got my copy.
Yeah, Dante's Inferno. That's cool. That one is not exclusive though.
No, but it's obviously influenced by God of War.
Yeah,
like it's all the same themes and everything.
And obviously Dante's Inferno poem thing.
Poem.
Well, is it not a poem?
It's Dante's. No, Inferno is the first chapter of a book called The Divine Comedy, which is like.
I thought it was just like a collection of religious poems or something.
It's like stack 3 dictionaries on top of each other, and that's how thick it is. And as for how big, it's like a you know, in like fantasy movies, there'll always be a mage that'll whip open a giant book,
like a huge tome.
Like a ridiculously giant book. It's like that. It's just a crazy big book.
Yeah.
And the next, because there's 3 chapters. There's Inferno.
Like one Purgatory.
Yeah, Purgatorio and Paradiso.
Yeah.
And they were gonna do games for all of them, but I guess
I so wish they did.
Dante's Inferno wasn't as popular, so. Yeah, one of my projects in uni I did about the 9 circles of hell from that, because that was just such a cool concept. Yeah. And it really worked for a God of War style game as well, because like in God of War you're working your way through all the gods.
Yeah.
And in Dante's Inferno you're working your way through all the sins. And then like the guardians of hell, like Cerberus and things like that. So that's a really, really cool game.
It is. Do you want to go start for your honourable mentions first?
Crash Bandicoot. Like I'm just gonna quick fire these because So yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Everybody knows Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
it was good at the time. Well, no, it's still go back and play an actual legit original Crash game, and it's still a good time.
Yeah.
Crash 3 is probably my favourite. I know a lot of people prefer Crash 2. But I never really played. I had
Crash 3.
I had Crash 1 and Crash 3. I never actually had Crash 2. Obviously the remaster came out a few months ago, and I
killed it off for you, didn't it?
No, I just can't get over what they did with the fucking egg-shaped collision boxes.
Pill-shaped, aren't they?
You just slide off. Yeah, egg-shaped was a exaggeration. Yeah. You just slide off everything, and it's so difficult just for that. And this is what I'm saying earlier about a game being hard is okay if it's your fault when you fail. Like, oh shit, I overshot that jump, I should try again, that's fine. I'm not going to get pissed off at it. But if you see yourself land perfectly on a platform and then slowly slide off of it, then...
Because you got this invisible fucking pill-shaped hitbox.
Exactly, then it's not your fault that you're failing.
Yeah. It's
the game's fault, and that's just frustrating, and why should you keep playing it?
It was all like, oh, we did it, so it requires more skill, and I'm like, you're fucking lazy.
No, they said that the reason the platforms are pill-shaped is because it helps you slide onto them. That has never happened to me, where I've slid onto a platform and been like, "Ooh, thank God the boxes are pill-shaped."
You just slide off.
Yeah, that's killed the Crash. Well, no, I would still play an original Crash game, but I won't probably ever play the remastered version again.
Unless they patch it.
Well, I don't see them doing it because they keep making excuses for themselves. I think they just wanted to make the money, and now that they've got it, they don't care.
Yeah. What's on next on your honourable mentions?
Tomb Raider.
Like PlayStation 1 era Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I know the new ones are exclusive. In fact, they are, but they've switched sides, and the latest one was a timed exclusive.
Rise of the Tomb Raider was a timed,
which I still haven't played, and I really want to because the first one.
I've got it.
Yeah, but you've got it digital, haven't you?
No.
What the fuck? Why didn't you let me?
I told you ages ago that I got it.
I thought it was digital.
Definitive edition, first one is because we both got it. Was it when it like?
No, yeah, I've got the first one, but I didn't know that you had the physical version of the second one.
Yeah, I did.
Or if I did, I forgot.
I told you I said it's got like a co-op like horde mode on it, and we should totally do that sometime.
Yeah, but we don't both have it.
I think you can do it on local.
All right. Oh, we should bring it one time and we'll do it. Yeah, the first one. Well, I say the first one, but the one that was before Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah. I've played that through fully on PC twice and did everything, collected all the collectibles and everything, and then started platinuming PlayStation games, and I was like, oh, I'll do it with Tomb Raider, and just never got around to getting all the collectibles again. So
yeah, I want to do that soonish, cause
there's that ridiculous online multiplayer achievement that you need.
Pretty much cheese it though. Like me and you could just go into a private match and play a particular game mode and just do it over and over again for like a few hours, and it'll max to 50.
But they're not exclusives. The original Tomb Raider, the only experience I have with them is watching my mum play, and then when I got my, I suppose, retro game console collection with Dreamcast and PlayStation original. It also came with a Wii and a PlayStation 2, so it's not really retro. But my console collection that I bought, I was like, oh, my mum loves Tomb Raider. I'll get her the original Tomb Raider games and we'll play them. We did that one night, and she just really went into it, and she couldn't remember all the controls, and she just wasn't as good as she used to be, so she wasn't that into it at all. So then I was like, okay, I'll give it a go, and the controls are ridiculous. Like,
it's so tanky.
Yeah, I think you look around and move with the same buttons.
Well, she stands in a fucking like A pose,
and then you turn,
constantly, and then you have to press the directional buttons. She's like slowly just turns.
Yeah.
Then you walk forward, and then you got to slowly turn again.
I can't believe people played games like that.
I know. I like how everyone that played the Tomb Raider games locked the butler in the fucking walking freezer.
I like how everybody who played the Tomb Raider games has a memory of that rumour of there being a...
Yeah, some kid in the playground like, oh, if you press this combination of buttons, she's naked.
Yeah.
Why do you want to see cone-shaped boobs anyway? I bet back then it was like, oh mate, those boobs are so realistic.
I saw like a satirical news article the other day. I can't remember why it said this, but like the headline was like, why I'm still able to get hard over Tomb Raider's cone-shaped boobies. Or triangle-shaped boobies.
You see that woman who cosplayed as 90s era Lara Croft, and she had triangle boobs?
No, awesome. But that's awesome.
Next on your list?
Sorry. My biggest memories with PlayStation. Obviously, I had a Nintendo childhood.
Wipeout.
Yeah. I used to go to my friend Andrew's house, and him and his brother were so spoiled. In the same room, the games room, they had 2 TVs, one next to the other, and 2 of every console, so they could play online games together.
Fuck me.
And so if one of them wanted to play PS2 but the other one wanted to play Xbox, they could.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No kid
that was
luxury.
the first place I played Baldur's Gate though, and that was just such a good time.
Every kid should know the fucking pain and anguish that comes from seeing a game that you really want but you don't have it, or you don't have the console to play it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have that luxury where you can just be like, oh, I feel like playing this game on PlayStation, but my brother's playing that on Xbox. I'll just go to this TV. There we go.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have it.
We used to have that all the time. Like we'd see what games we had between us and like trade them in for this game that we really wanted.
Yeah, until we started earning our own money, and now I don't want to trade a game in ever again.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the games that I played at his house a lot was Wipeout. Wipeout Fusion specifically.
Like I had a Wipeout game on PlayStation 2 where you could build your own tracks.
I don't know which one that was.
It could have been. It was a sort of like futuristic racer game on tracks with like hovering vehicles. There's fucking a dime a dozen. I used to just build straight up into the sky, hit the sky with the box limit, and then just straight back down again, and up and down. It was awesome.
Yeah, I just really liked how everything looked. Like you were in these hover cars. Yeah. It was basically an F-Zero rip-off, but it was just really fun. It was like Mario Kart, but with hover cars.
Did you ever play on PlayStation 1, I think it was, a boat racing game called Hydro Thunder?
Yes! Although I didn't actually have it, I had a demo disc which had like 7 games on it, and one of them was one level of Hydro Thunder that I played the shit out of.
Yeah, loved Hydro Thunder. I loved the intro, the Hydro Thunder.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you ever? There was a racing game as well. It was a fucking leg race game with anthropomorphic animals called like Wild Runner or something like that. Wild Running or something.
No.
Or Running Wild.
There was a really, really good leg racing game on PS2 called Rayman M.
Yeah.
And it was all the Rayman characters just racing each other on these really intricate race courses, but you were on foot. And you had like... It was like a fast-paced platformer, but you were racing other people.
That's what this game was like. It was like a an endless runner before it was just a fucking app game, an app on your tablet or whatever. Next on your list.
So another game that I used to play at Andy's was, and I wasn't sure if this was exclusive because I'm pretty sure I saw it on the original Xbox, but when I googled it, it just said PlayStation 2. So I'm fairly certain after my research that it is a PlayStation exclusive, or it was, which is Time Splitters.
Yeah.
And I have some fantastic memories of Time Splitters.
Yeah. My memories are all average of it, I should imagine.
I think it's just because I've just played it so much.
Yeah, I didn't play it as often as you.
I don't think it's a brilliant game, but I got Future Perfect shortly after I got my collection of consoles and finished that on PS2, and it's just a really fun time. Yeah. Like, just going from like a Falklands-style war to a horror haunted mansion to sci-fi war in a desert. Like, there's also like a scene in a lab, well, a level in a lab. Just every level is a different time zone, basically. Time Splitters, and there's like unique enemies for each area and stuff. And then to make things even cooler, when you go and finally play multiplayer, you don't just have to play as the Chronicles of Riddick rip-off main character. You can play as every enemy, every supporting character, every NPC you've seen throughout the whole game. Yeah. You can play as every single one, and I don't know, that was really cool. And especially since you could unlock the characters and stuff. Like back then, that was a really exciting thing. I think there was a giant squid guy you could unlock. There was a guy called Crispin, who was just a walking beef jerky because he'd been burnt to a crisp. Yeah. There was a T-Rex. Just some really fucking goofy characters you could unlock and play as. So that was really cool. I really loved Time Splitters.
So for my honourable mentions, I'm going to start off with Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
I really liked...
We played that quite a lot. We really enjoyed it, but I've got Little Big Planet 3 because we can play it up to 4 people on the same screen. And I thought, oh, that'd be fun. Me, you and Candice can play it together. But then I played it for like an hour with Candice and I've never gone back on it, which is a shame because Little Big Planet 2 we played to death.
I really liked the emphasis on letting your inner child out. Yeah. Create what the fuck you want, basically, and it's a very good platformer. Sackboy was obviously an instant like mascot. Mm-hmm. In an era where mascots aren't even a thing anymore. Yeah. Which I thought was really good. But yeah, I enjoyed playing it with you. The next one is Valkyria Chronicles.
Never played it.
I watched the anime a long time ago.
It was an anime?
Yes. Huh. A long time ago. And then I played the game.
Isn't there a new one coming out? Or it just did?
They did a remaster for PlayStation 4. Oh. I need to get it. But, yeah, it's a really great game. I keep meaning to buy it for PlayStation 4, but I keep forgetting. Yeah. Next one, I think these last three, right, these honourable mentions are like blasts from the past, like nostalgia fucking overdose. Siphon Filter.
I've heard of it, and I hear it is a very good game, but I've never played it.
It doesn't hold up, but I just loved tasering people until they burst into flames. Was all I did. Yeah, right. You got obviously because it's PlayStation 1, it like pretty much auto targets everything. And there's a taser you can get, and it just fires out this thin white, like 1 pixel fucking wide line around this guy's head. And then you just taser him, and the longer you hold it down, like he starts to, like steam comes off him, and then he just bursts into flames, and he's like proper jerking around and shit. Fucking loved Siphon Filter. I played it a lot just so I could taser people until they burst into flames. Yeah. It's a fun thing to do when you're a kid. Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn.
What is that?
My memories of it, right, is just from the first bit. You start out on train, you've got to make your way up the front, and it's hijacked. Yeah. And it's very, the camera's in the corner of the room when you walk past it, and it switches to a different section of the room.
Oh, like the original Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah. I think the train was hijacked, I can't remember. But yeah, I have memories of that game all the time. Every time I find out what it's called, right, I forget what it's called again shortly after. And then a few years later, we're like, oh, remember that game? What's it called? So I'll just start Googling stupid shit like video game with hydraulic train or video game where you start on a train and stuff like that. This next one, I don't know if you've played it. You probably have, or at least you know about it. Pajama Sam. You are what you eat to your head, from your head to your feet.
What? No, what's that?
Pajama Sam.
What the fuck is Pajama Sam?
I've never fucking played Pajama Sam, bro. Oh, I'm gonna have to show you videos. Basically, quick swig of Pepsi. This game was about, it was a health food thing, right, for kids. It's a point and click adventure, right? You start out, you're eating these cookies, because if you collect box tops of these cookies, you can, like, I think 20 or something you need, you can get, I forgot the name of the character. It's basically a superhero toy. You can, and it was his Pajama Sam's favourite toy. And so he's just fucking munching box after box. And then his mum's like, Sam, dinner's ready. And he's like, oh man, I've ruined my appetite. And then this box just like jumps to life. All the cookies come flying out of it. And then they run off. And he's like, oh, they're going to cause some trouble. I better go and, sort that out. So you end up going to the pantry and they teleport you to this world where vegetables and, sweets like cakes and cookies and all that shit and junk food are like sentient. And you're in this party of like, there's a big fucking cake blocking the door. There's like hot dogs dancing everywhere and stuff like that, and you can eat all this food, and you have to eat the whole cake to get out. And then as you're leaving out, the door is all like, "Oh, I don't want to ruin my appetite, so I'm gonna go back to my mum." And there's fucking she's cooking broccoli or something, and all this sweets and junk food gets super offended, throw you in jail, which is made out of like candy canes. And then you meet this broccoli in there, and you end up helping them like restore like balance to the world or something like that.
What?
So it was a really fun game. I love playing that. Pajama Sam, you are what you eat from your head to your feet. It was the third one in the series, and I was so young when I played this. Fucking awesome, mate.
Just your little nostalgia stint has brought back some nostalgia for me. Not really exclusives, but it makes me want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, other PlayStation games, because I remember I did actually have a PlayStation 2 eventually, but it was only at my dad's. So I played things like Dynasty Warriors just non-stop. I had my own rocking chair and it was the best. Just sat in the corner of the kitchen on a rocking chair playing PlayStation 2 games all weekend. So Dynasty Warriors, which was awesome. Rayman M.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
And then there was there was this trend of really unique, quirky comedy games around that time. One being Destroy All Humans.
Oh yeah, but that was that wasn't exclusive, was it?
No, it wasn't. I'm saying they weren't exclusive. Where you could like probe people until they exploded and like mind control people, and like what made me think of it was when you said you were tasing people until they set on fire. I think there's something similar in.
I love just flying over people and tractor beaming them up and then just dropping them and shit. Like it's a fun game.
That was a really fun game. And there was another one which I barely remember playing, but just remember having a really fun time with it, which was Stubbs the Zombie.
Stubbs the Zombie, yeah. Was it made by the same developer?
I don't know, but the only thing that I really remember about that was that you needed to turn everyone into zombies, so you went to pollute the water supply by pissing into it.
Can you detach your hand and like it crawls around and you could like...
I don't remember, it sounds familiar though. Also, on that same sort of trend, there was a game which I'd never heard of, but Candice had played it when she was younger. So she was like, oh, we need to play this game. So I was like, okay, got an Amazon, bought a copy of it. It was only like £4 for PS2. And it was called Whiplash.
Yeah.
I don't know if we showed you it.
I know what Whiplash is.
You know about it? Oh, well, we finished it. Well, she finished it, but like I filled in space when it got frustrating. All like that.
It's the game where you the whole idea is to like just ragdoll yourself out of front of the car.
No.
I don't know yet.
No, you play.
I don't know.
You play a fox-like weasel thing.
Oh yeah.
and he's handcuffed to a fucking insane rabbit.
Oh yeah, Whiplash. Yeah.
Yeah. And you defeat enemies by whipping this rabbit at the enemies. And like if you hit enough enemies in a short amount of time, he'll like go into frenzy mode and he's just bouncing around and beating enemies up all on his own.
Oh yeah, I know where it is. I don't think I've ever played it though, but I know what that is.
So the idea of the game is that you're in some sort of facility and you've got to, because you were being tested on.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and break out and just destroy the company from within. And that was just a really fun time. Like I only played that a few months ago.
I think that story would be really good.
That was cool.
If you had some sort of like crate stomping hero instead that could spin around on the spot and destroy things.
Crash.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you were getting experimented on.
Oh yeah, that's
how
how
out the window and all that shit.
Speaking of sort of labs in towers, Conquer had something similar. Conquer's not even ever been on a PlayStation system, but that's just made me think of Conquer.
I never played Conquer. Conquer's Bad Fur Day is like one of your favourite games.
I just liked the humour in it. I don't know if I would still find it funny now that I've grown up, but
yeah.
Just the fact that there was a quest to it that you had to help a bee attract a sunflower so that she would let him pollinate her. Yeah. And basically this sunflower had these huge tits.
No way.
And she had leaves for arms, and the whole level she had her arms over her tits, and she was not letting you see them and teasing you and shit. And it was this low poly sunflower, and there's this proper disgusting wife beater bee that's just oh, I want to see your tits, man. Oh, you gotta help me pollinate her. And then you help him out. I can't remember what the quest was or what you had to do, but she's like, yay! And then she opens her arms up and her huge tits are just bouncing around, and the bee's like, oh yeah, come to daddy, and it just starts rubbing himself on her.
They're nipples and everything.
No, I don't think so.
Oh god.
Just huge green nippleless tits, basically.
Weird.
Yeah. No, that was a really funny game. And there was the Singing Poo, which had a fantastic song.
It's
and he had sweet corn for teeth.
Toilet humour the game.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Speaking of games.
Yes, move on to the game that I have prepared.
Well, before that, we should play the game intro.
Yeah, that's not gonna get old.
What?
Oh, look at that noise sort of thing. Okay, wait, that's not that. That's the wrong one. That's the cocktails one.
We've already done that.
Quebec.
You should go listen to that. It's really funny.
Quebec.
Not now, obviously, after this one.
Okay. So, poorly described game. The game is what we're calling it.
Would you like to poorly describe the poorly described game?
I would. Basically, I'm going to poorly describe a game. You got to guess what game that is.
Okay. Is there 10 questions?
There's fucking loads.
What?
Yeah.
How many?
There's 3 pages.
Shall I just tally my score and then we'll see if I got at least half?
Yeah.
Okay.
First one's super easy.
Okay.
Jason.
Heavy Rain?
Yes. The first two are super easy one.
This whiteboard pen's running out.
Okay. I don't have time to badly explain why I don't have time to badly explain.
Destiny.
Alright. Slightly crazy marsupial with a lower than average IQ creates and fights scientists.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Spaceman sleeps with aliens, punches reporters, and fights ancient synthetic eldritch horrors. Yeah. Amnesiac wakes up in a bathtub, meets a dead guy who asks him to save his 100-year-old daughter.
Amnesiac? What does Amnesiac mean?
Someone who's got amnesia.
Alright, okay. Wakes up in a bathtub.
Yeah, meets a dead guy, and the dead guy says, save my daughter, she's 100 years old.
Oh, it's Breath of the Wild.
Wrigley dirt-dwelling organisms develop weapons and go to war.
Worms.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Jim for a second there.
A woman with nice red shoes runs around and jumps over things a lot.
Nice red shoes. Runs around and jumps over things a lot.
Yeah.
What?
A woman with nice red shoes runs around and jumps over things a lot.
I don't know. Nice red... Are the shoes a big part of it?
She has nice red shoes.
Is it a red herring? Nice red shoes?
Mm-hmm. Runs around, jumps over things a lot.
What? I feel like this is really obvious, but just the way you've described it is confusing me.
Poorly described games.
I don't know for this one.
Mirror's Edge.
Oh, yeah, she does have nice red shoes.
Okay.
If you use the word parkour.
Too easy, mate.
Too easy, yeah.
A mute, horny teenager systematically hunts down majestic beasts to save his girlfriend.
Mute, horny teenager. Is this Shadow of the Colossus?
It is.
Why is he horny?
Because he wants to smash. Lovable mascots enter an arena and brutalise each other for no other reason. Just because.
Overwatch?
Nope.
Is it a MOBA?
It is not a MOBA.
Enter an arena?
Yeah.
Is it Super Smash Bros?
It is Super Smash Bros.
Ah.
Oh, are you giving yourself that one?
Oh, okay.
Because you did say watch first.
Okay, I will. That's me erasing it. Okay, it's gone.
Weird cloth creature walks across a desert to climb a mountain.
Journey.
Yeah, boy.
It's not a cloth creature, it's a creature in cloth.
No, the creatures are cloth.
Oh.
Yeah. You were involved in an accident. Now you have robotic arms and legs. You never asked for this.
I never asked for this. Is it Deus Ex?
It is Deus Ex.
I hadn't actually played Deus Ex. I only knew the reference from you referencing it.
You are a caregiver to a whole family of the dumbest humans with zero autonomy. They pee themselves a lot.
The Sims.
Okay. Royal bodyguard gets accused of killing his charge. Proves innocence by killing a lot of people.
Royal bodyguard.
Yes.
Garfield the movie.
Fucking what?
I don't know. Royal bodyguard gets accused
of killing the person he's supposed to protect. Proves his innocence by killing a lot of people.
It's probably obvious, isn't it? Is it The Order?
No.
Similar story.
No, it isn't.
Isn't that why you captured at the beginning? Because you're accused of betraying someone.
Yeah, but he wasn't a bodyguard. He was like a knight. This guy's a bodyguard.
A bodyguard?
A bodyguard to a royal person. The person gets assassinated, he gets accused of it. I'm explaining it better than what I put down originally.
I don't know.
Guess I'll give up.
I give up.
Dishonored.
Alright, okay. Yeah, I've only played it once and that was a long time ago. So.
This one I only put on just to piss you off.
Okay.
Watch monitors, press buttons, sight the pathetic jump scare attempt.
Oh, fuck off. 5 Nights at Cunt Faces.
Yeah.
What a poor excuse for a game.
I know, right? Fix the drill before the cops kill you.
What?
Fix the drill before the cops kill you.
He rubs the lotion on his skin or else he gets the kills again. Fix the drill before the cops kill you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You give up?
Yeah.
Payday.
Oh. You don't fix the drill, do you? Oh, well, I suppose it breaks, doesn't it?
Yeah, you gotta fix it.
It's not the whole premise of the game. It's
poorly described.
It is. Well done.
It's the theme of the game. Stop complaining. Psycho killer escorts a girl across America.
Escorts a girl across America. The Last of Us.
Yeah, boy. Wake up from cryo, collect scrap.
Futurama.
No.
Fallout.
Yeah. I was expecting you to say Fallout 4.
Well, yeah.
Teenagers bring colour to the world through fighting.
Bring colour to the world. Oh, Splatoon.
Yeah, boy. Make jokes, collect a lot of old loot, kill a lot of faceless bad guys.
Make jokes. Old loot. Faceless bad guys. Why are they faceless?
Because they're all samey.
Huh. Old loot. Make jokes. I don't know.
Uncharted.
No. Well, I don't know why I just gave myself a point. I didn't get that. There was 4 there. Okay, go on. Go on. Well, yeah, otherwise I would have put a cross through it.
You visit a mall and there's a lot of dead people.
Is it Dead Rising?
It is Dead Rising.
I just can't remember what it was called.
A girl with amnesia can't stay on the ground.
A girl with amnesia?
Mm-hmm.
Is the girl the main character?
Yeah.
Can't stay on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The flying girl who could not remember.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. Gravity Rush.
Oh, okay. Okay, no.
Train animals to fight for you, possibly gay protagonist.
Is it Pokemon?
Yeah. That's all it is. This next one's super easy, but I couldn't resist. Fight kids who claim to have fucked your mother.
Fight kids who claim to... Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah. This next one's probably easy as well. Choose a side, do fetch quests, bubble hearth mid-raid when your team sucks.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, boy.
Bubble Hearth was a bit too much of a hint.
Yeah. 6 people sacrifice their lives to put a hologram on a spaceship.
6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Hologram on a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
Really? You want to hazard a guess?
To put a hologram on a spaceship?
Yeah.
I feel like it should be obvious, but you know when you're thinking so hard that you're not actually thinking, you're just thinking about how hard you should be thinking.
Yeah.
That's happening right now.
Well, whenever you want to give up, just tell me.
I give up.
Halo Reach.
Oh, yeah, I don't particularly.
Okay. A mailman gets injured on the job, but continues his delivery.
Whew. A mailman. I'm guessing because you is not actually a mailman. It's just a similar job to being a mailman. And he gets injured, but keeps going.
Yeah.
So he could have broke his leg. He could have grazed his forehead. Could have had a stroke. I feel like it's obvious, and I'm just gonna hate myself for not getting it. What kind of game do you play as a mailman? Postal?
No.
There's not even any mailmen in Postal. I don't know.
Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, well, I hadn't played it, so.
Oh, no, yeah. Alright, this is the last one. Pick a role, neglect role, everyone else sucks.
Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I got
You did really well. I'm going to say you won that.
19.
Yeah, I'm going to say you won that.
Okay.
You did
I
really
win.
well.
Connor wins.
That was a fun game.
Yep, that was a good one. It's a nice change from the last 2 that kind of flopped, but whatever.
The last 2?
Yeah, the movie
the Halloween
ranking one and the Halloween.
Yeah.
The Halloween one just turned into a fun exploration on
Yeah.
phobias. So
Your Latin wasn't as strong as you thought it'd be.
yeah. Well, I didn't think I'd do that good with it actually. So well, I think we're ready to round things off for this episode?
Aye, dish out those creative challenges. So.
Okay, so for the visual challenge, I think it would be cool if you created box art for one of the games that we mentioned.
Yeah.
Like something that you think would make better box art. Or box art for a game that you wish existed. Doesn't have to be a PlayStation exclusive, just, you know. You're like the master of your own mind, so do what you want.
Like a game that was supposed to be made but then got cancelled and never saw the day of light. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, but send me one fucking Half-Life 3 box art and I'm blocking you on Twitter. And for audio, something using one of the PlayStation boot-up sounds. Especially original PlayStation is very iconic.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it, boy.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening.
You did tell them to tweet that.
I just assume people know, but then obviously there'll be people that...
No, you got to say it every episode.
Every episode. I'll get into the hang of it. In fact, I'll print out a script the size of my torso and stick it on the wall and just read it out every time. I won't do that, though.
Do you want me to, just put a sticky note on my forehead?
Tweet those at us, at UT2cast, on Twitter. Obviously,
as well as anything else that you may have been working on whilst listening.
Yeah, if you don't do the creative challenge, but you were working on something, then we want to hear. We want to see what it is. Unless you want to just send us an audio clip of you describing what you did, then that's fine too. And we also have a website, ut2cast.podbean.com. So thank you for listening. We really appreciate that.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Friends of Hagrid.